But yeah, no, I mean, the first time that, we were able to spend some time together, I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. As you know, you experience a bunch of different opportunities with different people, and they some are better than others, some are more experts than others, some are better with their mastery than others, and some are good, but they're not the best. So it's always like not necessarily trial and error, but a trial and an opportunity to see if the person that you're working with is actually an expert or actually a master with what it is that they're doing. And I can say that, based on the experience that we were able to have with you, that you are a master with what it is that the Lord has blessed you with in terms of your gifts and your talents with your funnel creation or assisting with the landing pages and the certain things that you weren't masters on in terms of like being able to do edits. Like, you made it very clear that you weren't an expert, and you still did a really, really excellent job with high quality edits and making sure that the performance was well and they all tied in together. So I think that was really like the main thing in terms of how we kind of first met. I mean, we met through family and business, obviously, but again, through the process, it was just you over-delivered with everything that I was asking you to do, or you handheld me through the process of understanding, not just doing it. So that way it was transparent and it was clear, as I knew what was happening through the process, to make sure that I was consistently getting the results that it was that I desired. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of being in this space for about a year and a half to 2 years. It's not that crazy amount of time, but in the time that I've been there, I've seen a lot. Like, there's all these people who are in like the agency space that are saying like, oh yeah, I made $15,000 in 3 months, and I'm doing all these crazy things. I'm moving to Dubai, I got my Bugatti, and I'm here in the trenches, like just working away. And like, before I met you, I literally, it was just like crazy. It was me. I was just working with clients after clients and losing a client, working with clients, and like, I would feel so bad because like, just starting a business, you gotta learn the service, you gotta learn how to do the things that and especially like what I'm doing, marketing for like coaches who all have their different offers, and they all need help with all these different things, and it's like so overwhelming, and I'm just trying to figure myself out. And there's all these people, all these other agency owners that are doing $15,000 months, and I'm over here struggling just to get by, and dealing with my own things. And so, before, and it's only just now realizing after working with you and like seeing the way that you run your business and like serving people first, that being like a big thing. Because to me, like, that's how it was in my heart, but I didn't really fully realize that that's what my heart really wanted. I thought I thought what I wanted was like, okay, instant money. I just need to make money and get out of here. And I know that like, anytime I tried to apply those principles in my sales, and use these sales tactics I learned off the agency course, and I was just like doing all these weird tactics, like, it didn't rest well in my heart. I'll be nervous for the sales calls. I'll be nervous to do the thing. I would feel bad because it just didn't align. And so, when I met you and, I told you all of my problems.
and it didn't perform as to the level that you would, that we would desire it to perform.
Yeah.
So it's almost like well, not almost like, it is that when you stop focusing on, the resources or the money or the financial things, it's like you create this service and this character, and you establish a position for people that builds trust, and you prove to them that you can help them by actually helping them, and it like just takes it to the next level, and then God's in control, right? So I think one of the best things that, in terms of like one of your traits that really stood out, was just the attention to detail and the willingness to spend the amount of time or energy that it took to make sure that the result was met, right? Whereas in most people that you have the privilege of coming across and spending the time with as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you don't find very many people that will go the extra mile and work as hard as you will to ensure that, at least if there's anything else that could possibly be done to get to that result or maximize that opportunity, that that person that's working with you or alongside you is working just as hard as you. You know, so it's like I can applaud you for that, and it's very admirable because that's what I intend to do for all of my students and all the people that I've been blessed to be able to serve, which is always making sure that I give them everything that I've got, focusing on the service before the salvation, focusing on their success before my own opportunity, and kind of just throwing my own agenda out of the way. And, you know, as the Lord blesses us with the desires of our hearts, just being able to identify what each person needs. And I've seen that in you as well. And that's why we are where we are now, and why we're collaborating and moving forward and continuing to grow, because that's the key. So whether it was websites for you, whether it was you assisting me with the website, whether it was you assisting us with ads and funnels, whether it was landing pages or lead magnets or core offers, or just making sure that everything is uniform in terms of Zapier and the application process, and you know, the retargeting and the ad campaigns for social media and Instagram or Facebook. I just seen you pay attention to detail and ask more questions before you just do something, to make sure that, you know, the product that's created or the service that's provided meets what it is that, you know, I need, or whoever that student would be needs, which has made me recommend you to other people because of that. You know, and it's like all those opportunities wouldn't necessarily even, they could or couldn't, but they wouldn't necessarily be there if you didn't focus on serving and doing it at the high level that you did, right? So it's like, man, like, I see his integrity, I see his character, I see his work ethic, I see his intentionality behind it. I know that he cares about the results. He's not attached to the outcome, but he's desiring to make sure that I get the desired outcome, and he's doing everything that he can to ensure that we get the outcome, whether it's iterations or changes in analyzing the data. Like, shoot, I want to tell other people that he can do the same thing for them, you know? So I think that's really it. And I'm thankful for it. So.
And thank you, you know, and like these past few months have been like, you know, and not just these past few months, like these past few years, really, it's been tough. You know, before I was even doing the agency, I was selling door to door, you know, and I didn't get any sales. I got like just enough to meet the quota. And the reason, and I remember knocking the door. I remember like I never wanted to knock those doors. I'd be sleeping on the car on the way there to the neighborhood, and like I'd be tired after waking up, and the person would say like, you know, run, go to the doors, you know, knock your first door. We're not gonna turn the car until we see you knock that door. So I would wake up, run out of the thing, you know, reluctantly in the Dallas, Texas, like 110-degree heat, and knock that door. And it's like, you know, my parents are like, you're brainwashed, Lou. Like, why are you doing this? And, you know, yeah, I didn't make any money at the end of that summer. But the reason that, you know, I made it, like, knocking those doors and doing like all this stuff has, like, the reason that I did that stuff, it all ties into one thing. You know, it all ties into what I want to build, like, for myself and for the people around me and everything, right? And I've been through this journey for a little amount of time compared to some of the other people out there, but what's been awesome is that, like, Chris, you and then your community and just the people that I've been around, like, have really helped me to realize and transform the way that I think, you know, just about business and what I'm doing, and making me more confident in the direction I'm going in. Because I used to think, oh, I should be doing like what all these other people are doing, you know, but now I know that the real, like, result or the thing that I want is made through by my service and how I help people, and helping them with integrity and honesty and the things that I value, you know. And I find that the clients that stick with me the longest, that, you know, get the results, and the people that I, you know, just the best people that I work with are people that share the same values as me and care deeply about serving their people, you know. So I care about serving them, and they care about serving their people. And when that's linked together, when that's together like this, then nothing can stop us, you know. And God's just helped me to realize that, you know, through Chris. And yeah, it's just been awesome, you know, working with you, and the community. It's growing, and seeing it happen here, because I know, like, we're probably gonna look back at this like podcast testimonies, and it's gonna be like, man, I can't believe I did this with Chris Cartwright. That guy, man, he's like, look at how big he is now. He has 1 million followers. He has more than 1 million followers on Instagram. It's crazy. We're gonna look back and it's gonna be crazy, but just like, see, like, this is, I believe, the way that it's supposed to be when it comes to business, and seeing the things that Chris is doing is awesome. And it's been a pleasure, working with him for as long as I have. And it's only just the beginning. There's crazy things we're concocting. Literally right before this, we were doing things in terms of like how we were talking about how we can help people. That's literally what we were doing before this podcast. So it's just been awesome. It's been awesome.
I mean, you've gone through a bunch of different things already that, you may have done with or without, us being able to be blessed to be able to have each other through this journey. And it's like I remember when you first went out to go and get approved for funding, with the 0% interest for 12 to 18 months to access capital, to start building assets or to have some more cushion for your business. And it was like, you were like denied, just like straight up. It was like, you don't have enough credit history. And you were like, what do I do now? Right. And it's like, they say like disruption always follows intention, but that same character that you carry, in terms of helping people and doing what you're doing on your business side, is the same intentionality that you put into following the simple steps and then committing to the process and not giving up. Right. And then it took 3 weeks or so to be able to get you got approved for a personal card for about $3,500, and then you got approved as well for $8,000 so far on the business side, and we're just getting started, right? So it's when we're blessed to be able to serve people and we're blessed to be able to spend the time together, it's like I didn't even know that we would be at that level. And then we've had opportunities to talk about your offers and how you're serving people and what it is that you're giving them, and what's a price point that's righteous, and how do we structure this so that it becomes automated, and is this really what I want to do? Is that what I really want to do? And it's like just being surrounded by people that share the same vision but have a different purpose, right? It's like that financial independence and freedom, helping our family, being a blessing to our church and our community, giving back, serving others, right? Doing things for those that are closest to us to help them see and understand that this stuff is really possible, right? And then accessing other people's money to be able to produce and make money with the income producing assets in a way that has a secure foundation for the future: gold, silver, speculative investments, real estate, and then your own family business. Like, it's like there's so much that goes into it. There's so many different intricate levels that are a part of that process. But when you're consistently like spending the time together, it almost becomes easy.
Yeah.
Right. It's like so much simpler when you're able to meet multiple times throughout the week, communicate multiple times through the week. Whereas it's like, if you don't have other people that you can count on, like you said, or other people that are experiencing the same things and going through the same process, to me, it could feel very lonely, almost intimidating, and very overwhelming because it's so much information, right? So it's like the same thing with you. Like, I didn't know anything about ads. I didn't know anything about funnels. I didn't even know how to build my own website. I would have had to go and like spend a whole day doing it. I know people that spent 24 hours doing a website. It took me 1 day. It took me 2 days, 3 days. We got it done in less than an hour. And not only that, you showed me how to get it done in less than that hour. So it wasn't just like, hey, the website's done, which you could have done in 20, 30 minutes probably by yourself. You showed me all the little details, boom, 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 boom. And now I know how to build a website for the rest of my life. Right? So it's like getting the download and surrounding yourself with people that you know that you can count on, that you know that you can trust. And then just absorbing, like a sponge, all of that insight and experiences that they've gone through. So, I feed you, you feed me, we feed each other. And by the grace of God, we're continuing to level up and get to where it is that He's calling us to be. So it's really, really cool, man.
It's been awesome, and it's a blessing. And I was just thinking about this in the shower, like, God put you into my life for a reason, and He also put me into your life for a reason, for things like this to happen. And like just seeing it manifest, like everything aligns, like coming together, you know, the way that it is just awesome. And it's just been just awesome to see it happen live, and not just see it happen, but be a part of it, and yeah, just be a part of it, honestly. So thank you for everybody who's watched this, and hopefully you guys found some kind of value or relatability or connection here. This is Chris Cartwright from Now or Forever Faith. So check out his stuff. I'm probably going to link it somewhere in the video or something. So check out his stuff. He's awesome. Okay. And then also me, I'm Lou. I'm a funnel guy. I'm an ads guy. And I'm sure Chris is going to probably link this stuff as well if he wants to. So
I'll say it for you. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, talk to you guys later.